Hello YouTube, what's going on? 099 Legend here, and welcome back to another simulation video of our NHL Custom League. So last video we followed Carolina, and this month we are going to be following the Chiefs. So we'll see what happens. So far the two teams I followed have had bad luck in the simulation. We'll see if the Chiefs can change things up a bit. So let's go to March 1st. I can change that trend. They're still playing good hockey by the looks of it. Lots of huge wins. Get a solo point there with Boston. That's a big game. No, I don't need trade deadline. Couple losses at the end there. Still very respectable record. One more win and they're 20 games over, which is very good. But it looks like Boston's actually got first place over them by 8 points now. 42, 18, and 5. So quick look at Eastern. We have Quebec in first now. Vancouver in second, San Francisco in third, Nashville in fourth. Fifth we have San Jose, sixth Pittsburgh, seventh New Jersey. So New Jersey's in a playoff spot now. Seattle also is, but in eighth. We have seen Saginaw and St. Louis both drop out of the playoff spot now, with just a couple months remaining. And Texas is actually right there now too. So in the East, we have quite a good race for coming up in the last couple months. Western Conference, we have Boston in first place now, Binghamton in second. Third, we have Cleveland. Fourth, Columbus. Fifth, Calgary. Sixth, Florida. Seventh, Colorado made it back in. And eighth, just barely in a spot now, is Carolina. With Chicago just 1 point out. Arizona's actually only 2 points out now. So both conferences were having quite a good race for those final playoff spots, which should be fun. Okay, let's quickly simulate March. Then we'll look at stats more in depthly after. So for this, I think I'm actually going to change it to Boston. Let's see how Boston does here in March. May as well actually just, there's only 3 games in April by the looks of it, so we'll just simulate the rest of the year with Boston. Friends Trophy on the line. Lots of losses so far for Boston. Still got a good chance for 50 wins though, and they do get the 50. They get the 51 wins. Pretty solid season. So let's see who made the playoffs and who didn't. So let's look at the Eastern Conference. So your playoff teams are Quebec, Vancouver, Nashville, New Jersey, San Francisco, San Jose, Pittsburgh, and St. Louis. Just couple. Look at that. Seattle actually had the same amount of points as St. Louis, and they actually had more wins, but tiebreaker goes to St. Louis. And just also out of it by a couple points is Washington, Texas, Toronto, Manitoba, Minnesota, Saginaw. So Saginaw actually ended up missing the playoffs. We have Long Island. So there's Eastern Conference. There isn't actually like a team that was so far out of it. It's Long Island and last year. It's only 6 points out of a playoff spot. So that's actually pretty close. Let's see what it was like in the West. West, we have Boston. Colorado's actually in second now, so they're going into the playoffs with a very hot streak. Calgary in third. The Chiefs actually dropped to fourth, but they still managed to make it. Arizona made it, so they really turned it up. Then Columbus, Carolina, and Cleveland just missing the playoffs. Ninth place, we also have a tie between Florida and Cleveland. Cleveland getting a tiebreaker. Look at that. They actually had the exact same record, but I guess, does it go season series? I think for tiebreaker, I can't remember. Anyways, 10th we have Halifax, Chicago, then Brooklyn. They actually had a three-way tie for 89, so very close. 4 teams that were right there. Then Buffalo, Flint, Edmonton, and that's it, sorry. So again, all the teams did very well. There wasn't like one team that did so bad. The worst team in the league had 79 points, which is very good. Now let's see who won that President's Trophy. It was Boston by 2 points, with Quebec and Colorado just behind them. The only 3 teams that managed to get the 100-point total this year. Okay, player stats. Let's go entire league. So Mark Scheifele actually ended up winning the point total with 93. He managed to pass Evgeny Malkin by 1 point. And looks like Sidney Crosby, looks like he got it going, and that's probably a big reason why Arizona ended up making the playoffs. Good man Crosby, helping his team into the playoffs there. Any other big names? Let's see where McDavid ended up. 63 points, not a good season for him. On his standards, not a good season. 63 is still very respectable though. So your goal leader by far was Evgeny Malkin with 51 goals. What a season. Ovechkin second with 41, so he won it by 10 goals. Your assist leader ended up being William Nylander of Carolina, so big reason probably why Carolina made the playoffs. So very good season for him. Your penalty minute leader, Mark Borowiecki, really all year wanted to lead that penalty minute total. He ends up with 149. Best plus minus is Oliver Ekman-Larsson with 33. Worst is Sam Reinhart minus 31 with Long Island. Let's see. Shorthanded goals. Taze with 5. Taze and Gallagher with 4, sorry. Let's see. Any other big stats here. League leader in hits is Leon Draisaitl with 193. Hard time believing that in real life, but in the game it was, you see, it was apparently Draisaitl. Okay. Now let's look at something I kept forgetting to do is goalies. So let's look at goalies. Your Matt Murray ends up winning the win total with 42 wins, with Corey Schneider just behind him with 40, Lundqvist with 39, Elliott with 38, and Talbot 36. That's your top 5 right there. League leader in losses was Peter Mrazek with Long Island, not surprising. So 25 wins, very good. Shutouts, your leader was Carey Price with 10, Luongo with 9 in second, tied with Anderson actually with 9. In fourth, we have Steve Mason with 8. So even though Buffalo didn't make the playoffs, Mason tried his best to help his team make it. And then in fifth, we have Jake Allen with 8. Save percentage leader Michael Hutchinson actually won that, but he only played 16 games, so it's hard to give it to him. Hammond, then Korpisalo, Searles. Lots of the backups having a good season. Jonathan Quick. Theoretically, I'll say Jonathan Quick won this because he played 62 games. Not this like under 25 games Your best goals against average was, again, we'll go with the Mongols. 62 games played, more than anyone else on this list, way more. So we'll give that to Longo at 222. Fleury wins the point total with 5, which is a fun stat. 5 is pretty good. So now for the playoff tree, simulate a couple days. Okay, so this is what your playoff tree looks like. Over in the West, we'll have the Columbus Condors facing the Cleveland Knights, Colorado Winterhawks versus the Arizona Demons, Calgary Firebirds against the Binghamton Chiefs, Boston Warriors versus Carolina Thunder. And over in the Eastern Conference, we'll have the San Francisco Bisons versus the San Jose Whalers, the Vancouver Grizzlies versus the Pittsburgh Stingrays, and we have the Nashville Blues versus the New Jersey Broncos, and the Quebec Romans versus the St. Louis Aces. So I hope you guys enjoyed this season, and I'm hoping you guys are looking forward to the playoffs. Hope most of your favorite teams made it, and if not, I guess there's always NHL 19 when I will probably do this again. So until next time, I'll see you guys in the playoffs. Bye.